This year in art class, we learned about famous artist Georgia O'Keeffe, born in 1887, died in 1986. Georgia O'Keeffe was an American painter. She was best known for her paintings of the American Southwest. Her career began in New York City after mailing some of her drawings to an art dealer there. The dealer loved the drawings, calling them the most sincere things he had seen in a long time, and invited her to move to New York. Her early works were often abstract drawings, sometimes based on nature. In one of her paintings, she drew the inside of an iris flower. The rest of the flower could be seen, so the patterns and shapes of the inside appear to be a completely abstract design. Later on, she relocated to New Mexico. She was fond of being alone and found the desert landscape beautiful and a great place to explore on her own. Her paintings became less abstract as the time, and she began to paint many desert scenes with smooth brushstrokes and gentle colors. Some of her paintings had elements of surrealism in them, such as one of the ram's skulls hovers above a New Mexico landscape. When asked what she was trying to show in her paintings and what the Southwest meant to her, she said, "Such a beautiful, untouched, lonely feeling place, such a fine part of what I call the faraway. It is a place I have painted before. Even now, I must do it again." O'Keeffe's work in the Southwest brought her into contact with famous photographer Ansel Adams. Adams spent much of his career photographing the stark landscapes of the desert. There are a few sceneries that both O'Keeffe and Adams captured in similar ways, one with painting and one with photography. St. Patrick's Day is known for the shamrock, made with 3 separate parts. St. Patrick celebrated Ireland and his Catholic faith, the Holy Trinity. So having found the shamrock with 3 leaves most of the time, he took that as a sign to love God. If you look really closely in this image, each of the leaves almost look like they have a heart. I wanted to take inspiration from Georgia O'Keeffe and her red canna picture made in 1919 in her high school. So that's my first picture. The red canna has bright orange ends of the petals of the flower. These are closer to the sun, so they're more washed out than the deep reds and purples on the inside of the flower. And the pollen is yellow. While I chose to make my lavender iris in the colors of blue, it still holds true to Georgia O'Keeffe's design. The leaves are organic in shape, spreading out in all directions. It still has the anthers for the pollen, which is yellow, and the lighter of the two colors is on the outside, meaning it gets washed out by the sun, while the inside holds the heart of the color. Did you know that the red poppy is used to portray remembrance, those who have passed on? You may have heard of this back in September, and now you can use it to think of others. A combination of the Mexican Gulf Stream and a large annual rainfall help to make Irish soil fertile, and the resultant vegetation is what the Irish landscape is known for. The lack of much forest cover and the large number of farms add to the visual effect of green Ireland. To get some visual diversity, I'm starting with a lighter green and going to a darker green for shadows, but still within the lighter part of the spectrum of colors. Clover grows without the need for nitrogen. Nitrogen is an odorless gas in the atmosphere, but in certain areas where it's sparse, the clover can thrive. As I'm coloring in my clovers, I'm keeping in mind that they're green, but Georgia O'Keeffe would have painted them with a lighter color around the outside to be shown to the sun and a darker color inside to sustain the clover. The average springtime temperature in Ireland is between 46 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit. If you know 60 degrees is a warm day and 32 is freezing. So it's a little on the cooler side, and that's why most people put peat in their fireplaces and light peat fires. Their shoes would turn black from all of that soot in the fireplace. Due to the vegetation in the area, the farmers often have an abundance of cows, and cows are used to make leather. So the belts and the belt on the hat is leather. Ireland has the highest number of red-haired people per capita in the world, with the percentage of those with red hair at around 10%. So looking overall, 10% is not a lot, but they are perfectly suited to live in the Irish climate. Thanks to the ginger genetics, natural redheads can create vitamin D under much weaker UV conditions, like a rainy day. I thought my picture of Lucky the Leprechaun looked a little boring without a background. So I decided to add the Irish flag. The orange color in the flag represents the Irish Protestant. The green represents the Irish Catholics, as well as the Republican cause. And the white in the flag represents the hope for peace between Catholics and Protestants. I hope that we can all get along.